What is going on, guys? So as you can see by the title, we have made a very interesting discovery. Now I also want to say I'm going to be doing two other things in this video, so stay around. I'm going to be talking about some things here, and then we will be putting some mods on the GT500. Now I did make a big discovery, actually my friend Jeffrey did. So this had actually crossed my mind a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, when I was looking at this car and I was like, well, didn't Nico, that guy Marin, do a video on a red and white stripe 1314 GT500 in South Florida? And I was like, no way, that can't be my car. I didn't even think about pulling up the video. Jeffrey pulls up the video. He's like, dude, that car has Recaros, it has nav, it does not have glass roof, it does not have backup camera, it's a track pack, it's got the same exact thing in the car. So I pulled up the video and the car had 25,000 miles a year ago in the video. My car currently has 27,000 miles. So at first I was like, this is really weird. Is this really a possibility that that could be my car a year ago? And as you guys know, I did have the intercooler pump wiring issue, so I was a little worried about the car, but I did look online and it is fairly common, but I definitely wanted a little bit more history about the car, and I found it. So I ended up watching the video and I knew right away the brownish tint that the car has. I don't know if that's faded or if that's the choice of the previous owner, but that definitely is a key sign there. The fact that it had 25,000 miles a year ago. So I was like, okay, damn, that looks like my car. And I'm like, well, good, because in that video, he took the cover off the car in his garage kept little, thing down in South Florida. I'm like, whew, that's kind of relieved, like the car was taken care of really well. And that's why the paint is so good in this car. So I texted Nico, that guy Marin, and I was like, hey, do you have the guy's number? And he said he couldn't remember his name. And I actually found that Dustin had his Bluetooth of Dustin's iPhone paired to the car. And I was like, is his name Dustin? And he was like, yes, that is it. And I'm like, that's it. It's the same car. I'm like, I know, because the tint, the miles, location, the options of the car, I was like just confirmed at that point. And so this is my car that you guys have probably seen about a year ago, because right after Nico made that video with the GT500, he came up here to Central Florida and made a video on driving the Cobra and the Whipple S550. So I find it so insane of a coincidence that he drove my car 1 year before I owned it. Now, the other thing I found out is that the car actually has a Lund tune. So the car actually has a Lund tune. Everything else is bone stock. That's what Nico said at the time. That's what it was. It did not come with the end gauge, but I mean, that happens often. And it still has the off-road mid-pipe. So the only thing done to this car, as far as we know ever, was a off-road mid-pipe and a Lund tune, and maybe that's why it feels a little bit faster. I wouldn't say that it's 700 wheel horsepower, because we are coming there very, very quickly. But we are somewhere around 600 wheel horsepower, and we are going on the dyno today, which will be in another video, and we're gonna be turning this thing up to 700 wheel horsepower. So I'm super pumped. So if you haven't checked out Nico, that guy Marin's video, go check it. There'll be a link up there or down in the description. But I just find it such a crazy coincidence that he drove my car that is sitting right here 1 year ago, and I didn't even think anything of it. I was like, no, there's no way. So that concludes this part of the video. I don't exactly know what I'm going to title this. I'm sorry if you think it's clickbait, but I mean, it really shouldn't be. But I'm trying to figure out the best title to title this, because, yeah. And I got two things on the agenda today. As you guys know, we are wasting no time. We are getting the mods started. We had the track over the weekend. I had planned already to get this thing up on the dyno. I know some people were like, hey, why are you going to take the bullet out and not modding the GT500? Guys, you know, I got the plans in motion, and more plans than you think. So, starting it off, we have a nice package from JLT. We also have our JLT 123mm cold air intake, which is going on the car with the tune, but you guys will see that in the next video. Right here is a mod that I recommend for everybody. This is a JLT oil separator. Basically, this goes in line with your PCV system, and it's going to help catch any blow-by. You simply empty this little can here, and it's going to prevent you from having all that oil go into the throttle body, into the blower, down into the intercooler, and through the rest of the engine, and you'll have less oil buildup in the long term. or just floor it all the time and you'll burn all the oil out, maybe. So let's go put this thing on the car. So your first step is to go ahead and pop the hood. And guys, if you haven't checked out Mustang Lifestyle key techs down below, go check them out. Down there helps make everything possible. And so let's go get started. We got the oil separator right here. We got some instructions. It's really basic. This is something that you guys should do. So easy. Basically, we take this thing, come over to the car, pop the hood. You can see that beautiful 2.3 liter Trinity blower. And as you can see, this matches up with this hose right here. So I'm going to show you how easy and quick you can install this bad boy. Alright, so now that we have the camera on the tripod, we're going to go ahead and install this. So you're going to slide your clip, pull up, and we can even see a little bit of oil on the nipples there. We're going to put this off to the side, save it in a good location. I didn't even need gloves for this, guys. Then take this, snap it in, and we have our first mod done, guys. Alright, so as you can see there, we have the JLT 3.0 oil separator. Holds quite a bit of oil. This thing is highly suggested, and look how easy that was to install. And it's just going to simply help save your blower, intake manifold, heads, just everything from just getting gunked up of oil, especially if you are a typical GT500 owner and don't get on your car. No, just kidding. I feel like I can make fun of us now that I might be a GT500 owner, you know. But that is installed and we're good to go. So if you haven't already picked up a JLT oil separator, we have one on our F-150. We also have one now on our GT500. JLT True Cold Air, there's a link down in the description. I also have a coupon code Mustang Lifestyle. Go ahead, use it, it gives you a discount, and they have a lot of great stuff, including cold air intakes, oil separators. They also have some radiator covers and some other cool options, so definitely go check them out. Those guys have always been awesome with me and help support the builds, especially like this. Send an email over to Vinny, and he was like, yo, let's make it happen with the GT500, and we're gonna make some power later. And of course, here's the sneak peek at the intake, the JLT 123mm cold air intake that we will be doing later, along with some tuning things. Also, if Dustin is out there somewhere, I know he watches YouTube because he watched That Guy Marin's channel, definitely hit me up, email, Facebook, Instagram, somewhere, just hit me up, and I'd like to ask you a few questions about the car. But obviously I fixed the intercooler pump wiring, so I don't know if that was a reason why it was traded in or not, but I guess we'll find out. And what I also want to do is install my Forgestar M14s on the car. We're going to be turning this thing up pretty hard, and we're going to need some traction. As you guys know, it does not hook at all on these Firestones. So we're going to be throwing these Forgestars on. I think I'm going to need a little bit of a spacer. So we're going to come back and put that on, and then go to the dyno, and you guys will see that in the next video. So guys, we didn't end up putting the Forgestars on the back of the GT500. We're probably gonna do it in another video, but I hope you guys like the interesting story or backstory we have behind this car. So look forward to what we're doing in the future. Dustin, the previous owner, if you are out there, definitely send me an email, Instagram, Facebook, one of those things. Have some questions about the car. And I hope you guys are looking forward to everything we do with this. And if you are new here, we got a lot of fun stuff. The Bullet, I am going to the track tonight to go try to run 10s out of it. So look forward to more videos. Leave a comment down below and pick up some merch if you haven't already. We have key tags and all that stuff, so down in the description, click the link, and we'll see you guys next time.